Let's begin with our first topic on the show, and it has to do with something that I don't know if you heard about in the news. It's a big deal. Hailey Bieber's $1 billion cosmetics deal. Have you heard about this? Big money. So Hailey announced yesterday that she has sold her wildly successful beauty brand, Rhode, to e.l.f. Cosmetics for a cool $1 billion. This comes after a ton of reports that perhaps her husband, Justin Bieber, may be on the verge of financial collapse after building up a ton of debt from his canceled 2022 tour. So it actually got us thinking about something when it comes to maybe we can all relate to, which is how are relationship dynamics impacted when the breadwinner of the family changes? Sticky. What do you think, Andrea?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Listen, first I just want to say congratulations. Before I give the bad news, let me give the congratulations. It takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to do these types of deals, to build this type of company, so it's fantastic news. But sadly, my first thought was, ooh, what's the dynamic of that marriage going to be like now? Because I think, of course, I don't know what's going on in their relationship, and I want to be very clear about that. But, you know, if he married her because he felt like I'm comfortable with her because I know I'm up here and she's down here, or vice versa, she married him because she's like, oh, I don't want to be it, I want to marry it. So I like, you know, chasing this guy. He's a superstar. I can be underneath the umbrella of his superstardom. She's gonna wake up this morning and feel maybe a little bit different about it because now she's got all the money in the account. So that's the first thing I thought about. But if he is a secure person, he will congratulate his wife, and this will be a wonderful thing. But because of that tweet that he posted a couple weeks ago,
and
we talked about
it.
He's like, I said she was never gonna make. If he continues to make those little shots at her, because that's always a sign that someone's not happy for you. Something great happens for you, and they're like, yeah, but you know, if that continues to happen in their relationship, we already know what's gonna happen, because no one can sustain that kind of nonsense.
My God.
But we'll wait and see, because we don't know. We don't know what we don't know.
I can't understand that level of like, I don't know, being angry at a spouse for being the breadwinner.
Supposed to be your biggest cheerleader.
Yeah, I don't understand. Maybe because I'm not a man. Because it does.
No.
Sorry for any men in the audience.
No, say it.
But maybe there is a stereotype that it's only the men that get hurt. There's something maybe involved with ego. If their wife or partner were to become the breadwinner. Like, I have been the breadwinner for 10 years, and I would happily give it over to my partner. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I just think it's a lot of pressure and a lot of responsibility. So all the men out there are just like, listen to me.
I think it's changing.
It feels great not to be it.
Right? I think it is changing a little bit. Like, I do know a lot of men in my life who are the primary homemakers now, I guess is what you call it, and they quite enjoy it, and they get to look after the kids more often. The thing is that there was there was a study from the University of Chicago that found that in heterosexual marriages, to be clear, if there's a female breadwinner, they are 50% more likely to end in divorce. So already we know the statistics are bad, and then there's an extra 50% on top of that, which does speak to, I don't know if it's...
Is it resentment?
I think it's partially what we talk about on the show a lot is that the work of the home, in some cases, continues to still be the work of the female. So she's making extra money, and she's out there working the job that pays more, and she's still doing the bulk of the homework and not getting any money for that. Therein lies, I think, the rub and what causes the divorces.
And there was actually a big study that was just released about that even though 30 to 40% of households in Canada and America, it is the woman who is the lead breadwinner. I didn't realize it was so high, to be honest. And things are changing. We are getting higher education. We are getting the higher paying jobs. However, if there is a man in the same job, he is making more than us, but in any case. So I do think there is something definitely to that. It's just, gender roles die so hard, don't they? They've been ingrained in us from time immemorial. So when all of a sudden, in a very short time, women are outpacing men in many ways, it's a shift psychologically. And there's actually a phenomenon for the idea of a woman marrying up. It's called hypergamy. It's a very well-known...
Hypergamy?
Hypergamy.
I like that word.
Hypergamy.
I like the sound of it.
Yes,
Hypergamy.
it's social psychology, very well studied, that even if a woman if she makes 10 million, she'll still look for unconsciously or consciously someone who's making 12 million. There is an idea of a gender role.
You know why? Because she doesn't want to hear about the fact that she makes 10 million.
Right,
Do you think it's that, or do you think it's some deeply ingrained protection, which is so,
you know,
it's gone wrong?
I've dated guys that I make more money than or have something more, and it's always a conversation. They're the ones that are always bringing it up. They're the ones that have the issue. You go to a restaurant, they're the ones that are like, oh, do we have to go here? It's so expensive. Oh, you're always doing something fancy. They're the ones that have the problem.
Because they're feeling insecure about it.
Because they cannot provide. They think that they cannot, because because they can't pay for it or they can't afford it, that it's a problem. And it's like, it's not a problem for me.
Right.
It's always a problem for them.
So going back, let's see if Justin's going to be better with the diapers with his son. And if he's going to be okay with Hailey bringing home the bacon, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness, loves it.
See?
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.